Hey y'all, and thank you for tuning in to Divine Feminine Tarot Tea. We over here on this good dark goddess tea. Okay, we are over here doing us. We over here getting it in. Thank you so much for your membership. If you would like a personal reading from me, please hit me up at dftarottea@gmail.com. Okay, our readings are $44.44. Okay, if you have a little tea, go ahead and hit me up at dfteabox@gmail.com. Okay, because we over here making church bells ring on this membership side, and I'm gonna get into it. This is not necessarily going to be a reading. Okay, it is not going to be a reading. If anybody out there took a little time to watch what happened to Wendy Williams, we got to talk about Wendy Williams. Serious energies have been let loose in Wendy Williams' life at this particular time, right? We're seeing a lot, okay? We're seeing the High Priestess in reverse at hand in her life. There was a point where I actually did write about I wrote a piece about the High Priestess in reverse. And I did use Wendy Williams as the primary example of the High Priestess in reverse, right? So we are seeing the High Priestess in reverse energy, okay? A dark High Priestess, if you will. Wendy Williams is the gatherer of secrets as well as the spiller of secrets, okay? The High Priestess, she keeps secrets. She knows the secret. She is passive. Wendy Williams knows the secret, spills the secret, and she is aggressive. She is known for exposure. She is known for exposing others, for living out loud, exposing oneself. She is the point where the High Priestess is reversed, turned upside down. Her robe falls off. She's in the nude. The scroll rolls out for us all to see what's on the scroll. She's not quiet. She's loud, okay? She's not on her throne. She's walking the streets naked, telling all the secrets with the rest of us, okay? She's out there doing her. We also see the spiritual blowback that comes with being a High Priestess in reverse, being a dark High Priestess. I am not here to speak against the dark High Priestess because I fucks with it. But understand that any rebellious space, any reverse space does have its blowback, just like any upright space does have its opposition. So in this dark goddess space, there is clear blowback that has come from all of the, we could say, curses, okay, that have come from the very high ranking, okay, dark High Priestess, Miss Wendy Williams, okay? So Wendy Williams became, in her own words, if you watch this special that was on Lifetime in 4 parts, Wendy Williams became a bit of a pariah. Okay, this is what her own words for herself. She's saying when you speak it and tell it out in the truth and do you will become a pariah in certain ways. This did occur for Wendy. That was part of the blowback. I want y'all to talk y'all shit out loud to catch this, okay? Because a lot of times this is what comes back. There's a certain level of isolation that Wendy Williams was dealing with. There's a certain level of loneliness that Wendy Williams was dealing with. Okay, so we see that dark High Priestess in reverse at the very top of the totem pole of Wendy Williams' life, okay? Then we look and we see that the 3 of Swords energy was all over Wendy Williams' life. That is that heartbreak. That is that divorce energy. That is betrayal. That is third party, okay? The 3 of Swords, the Lord of Sorrows, that spirit ran into Wendy Williams' life and invaded the hell out of it, okay? The 3 of Swords energy is laying flat. The Lord of Sorrows is laying flat in Wendy Williams' life. And we saw what spiritual energy was able to infiltrate her life because she did not rebuke the Lord of Sorrows. We see drunkenness. Okay, we see sobbing and tears, deep sorrow and despair and grief. 5 of Cups energy as well, but we'll get to the 5 of Cups. Okay, we see deep sorrow over Wendy Williams' life. Okay, as a result of this 5 of Swords energy. This 3 of Swords energy. She was not able to escape it. We saw some of the blowback that came with not escaping the 3 of Swords. Wendy was dealing with extreme health problems, dementia, forgetfulness. Just letting the Three of Swords lay claim to your soul. She's now dealing with forgetfulness, dementia, alcoholism, bitterness, anger, resentment, regrets. All of these spirits lay out over Wendy Williams' life, okay? As a result of the decisions that she made. But one of the decisions she made, and I need to make this clear, is allowing the Lord of Sorrows into her life. You have to really pray against heartbreak when it enters your life, because once you let sorrow in, it is something that feeds and festers on sorrow, okay? And it will not leave you be. So we see the Three of Swords actively in her life. We see that. We also see the Five of Cups. There is so much grief in Wendy Williams at this point that if we look at the physical card of the Five of Cups, okay, there's a man crying on that card. He's in mourning. Even though three cups have toppled over, there's still 2 cups that are standing. He's not able to see that because he's lost in grief. We also see that with Wendy. She is lost in grief. She is not really seeing those things that she could focus on. We see tears over her family. We see resentment as it relates to her family. We see someone that is not able to bounce back, that is not able to appreciate her family that is still there. You know, even though she was in this conservatorship, I never saw Wendy Williams fighting to be around her family. I saw her fighting to try to get back on TV, trying to get back to that dark High Priestess space. But she's not understanding, okay, the blowback. Okay, Wendy Williams has put out a lot of Three of Swords energy. Wendy Williams has put out a lot of Five of Cups energy. If anybody does not know, prior to Wendy Williams having a Wendy Williams show, she was one of the greatest shock jocks to ever do it. Out of New York City, she outed a lot of rappers for their choosing to live a behind the scenes, down low, if you will, okay, gay lifestyle. She's the first one to tell you about Puffy, about Mace, about a lot of the rappers that we now hear today. Were engaged in certain activities and that were taking advantage of others sexually. She's one of the first people to put that out there. And in that, she unleashed a lot of heartbreak on a lot of people. Can't necessarily say whether or not one of them people was Puffy, but I'm sure there were people close to him that didn't need to know that he was out here engaging and dilly-dallying and whatever. This was back in the 90s, okay? Wendy Williams was a merciless shock jock. She released certain people's spouses' health diagnosis without their consent, okay? She was vicious with it. Dark High Priestess energy, you know. So with that being said, she bathed in this and she created an empire on that platform. However, the blowback is here today, okay? The repercussions are here today. The retribution is here today. The Three of Swords is in her life. Anytime you are moving in a certain energy, you have to protect yourself. Okay, I get the feeling that maybe she didn't have anybody, doing any spiritual work for her along the way. But now we are seeing these energies just laying down on her. Three of Swords, Five of Cups. Okay, justice, right? The scales have to be balanced. Justice also being a major player in the tarot deck, okay? We're seeing justice come into her life. We're seeing the Five of Swords, okay? She was betrayed and stabbed in the back in a third-party situation by her own husband. If anybody was looking at this, you notice just a mention from one of the journalists of saying, hey, would you be okay? Would you feel better? Would you not be so lost in sorrows if your husband returned? And we saw Wendy literally reduce to tears, child. Okay, that woman said, oh, I miss my family. Okay. That man gone, and child, she done went down to the dust, okay? That man left a child, and she over there, they say Wendy putting away a party-sized bottle of vodka a day, okay? Alcohol-induced dementia. Now, I'm coming to y'all to say, I need y'all to see how all this plays out. Leading with certain energies. This is where it could lead. Personally, I think Wendy Williams would need to reach out to someone that was high ranking spiritually to try to cleanse her and reverse some of this so that she could at least be as well as she can be with these diagnoses. Once you get to Wendy Williams level, you need spiritual protection at a very high level. Whatever you think spiritual protection is, she needed that. Okay. It does not look like she had that. She was very vulnerable. And now she has fallen prey to a spiritual attack that has actually now stolen from her. I mean, like dementia, you know, that's serious shit. But for those of us that are on the outside looking, let this be a cautionary tale. Know that choosing to walk in a particular space, you better know your spiritual laws. You better have a circle of people that you may do spiritual work with, a fellowship with. Okay. You better know not to embrace certain things when they set up shop. You know, heartbreak can be tough. People may fall into drinking a bit more when heartbreak energy is at their door. Stop drinking. Stop doing that. People want to have a little too much cheesecake. Don't do that. Because that's how you allow the Lord of Sorrows to come in. And once he comes in, he's going to wreak havoc. He's going to bring with him the Five of Cups. He's going to bring with him justice. They don't never come along, just so y'all know. Okay? He's going to bring the Three of Swords. Heavy. And then he's going to bring his friends. You know what I'm saying? He's going to bring it all through there. Dark goddess energy. Being somebody that talks a lot, reveals a lot. Okay? Gives it up. Straight no chaser. Be aware of the blowback and block that blowback. Know that when you tell somebody real shit, they're gonna try to run, go get the Three of Swords. They're gonna get their 3 swords out on you, they 5 swords out on you, or they 5 cups out on you. Be prepared. Know that it's coming. Have your 2 of Swords ready. Keep your heart protected. Keep your mind protected. Keep your eyes protected. Spiritually speaking is what we're talking about. Okay? Always pray for covering. If you somebody that I'm telling you, that dark goddess in reverse, you out here giving, talking. Okay? Giving it away, exposing, revealing. I stand in revelations. I stand in truth. That dark high priestess, I give it. Expect isolation. Expect loneliness. Expect to be resented. Expect that people going to get the 5 swords, the 3 swords, or the 5 of cups. Make sure you keep your heart, your mind, and your eyes protected. And let Wendy Williams be that cautionary tale of how, you know, I don't want to say one reaps what they sow. I want to say protection is just as important as the act. I think that she enjoyed the vanity. She enjoyed the attention. She enjoyed all those elements, but she did not protect herself. Okay. And there was some demons, like I said, Lord of Sorrows and all these different energies that unfortunately were able to set up shop. Okay. In her life, based on, you know, she only paid things as much attention as she paid them. You cannot be like that in this space. Let me grab a book. 1 second. Tarot and Astrology Enhance Your Readings with the Wisdom of the Zodiac by Corinne Kenner. Okay, and we're just going to take a quick look at the cards that we spoke of today. 5 of Swords, okay? This is Venus in Aquarius. This is the Lord of Defeat. So let y'all know what spirits were able to gain access to her when she's in this dark high priestess energy and she's spilling everybody else's shit. Also notice all of her own shit got spilled in the worst way. Okay? 3 of Swords energy. There's also a lot of illness that came to her. I just want y'all to check it out. Okay? I just want y'all to check it out. We just powwowing. I may let this video, I'm letting y'all, my members know, this video may actually go general for 24 hours because it's our first build of this type. So we're just going to let them get a little peek of how hard we going in here. You know what I'm saying? How we getting it in up in here. You know what I'm saying? How we this dark goddess tea, how it do. And then we're going to go ahead and make it private. And we will, you know, whenever spirit leads me to, we'll just continue to build. Because y'all got to understand, there's always spiritual elements to a tarot card. Okay. And if you're using your cat eye, okay, your cat eye, your dark goddess eye, we all got it up in the membership. Okay. Because we're a crew up in here. Okay. Use your eyes, y'all, because, you know, these spirits be spiriting. The Five of Swords, Venus in Aquarius, the Lord of Defeat. Okay? Okay? Yeah. Now I want y'all to check this out. Like the Empress, Venus is a lover, not a fighter. Unfortunately, that's not necessarily a good fit for Aquarius, who loves social groups and causes just as much as people, and he's willing to fight for them. That's the Aquarius we meet in the Five of Swords. He's a visionary crusader and a firm believer in struggle and insurrection. Aquarius doesn't hesitate to pick up a sword of righteousness and fight for his own idea of justice. After all, Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, the planet of revolution and rebellion. This revolution and rebellion came into Wendy's life via her husband. Okay, catch that T. He rebelled. He actually took that whole situation that they had been in quietly, where he was helping, according to the documentary, according to her son. Now, according to what we just saw in this special, her husband was also helping control her addictions. Okay, he was there. He was present. When he removed himself, when he rebelled, when he went another direction, we see this made room for the Lord of Defeat. Now, Wendy would have had to be, you gotta be vigilant and fighting off these spirits, okay? Because they will come in and begin to rule in your life. Notice we said the Lord of Defeat. Okay? Okay? Wendy is dealing with the Lord of Defeat. We see here, because it depicts the aftermath of a skirmish, which is what is written on this card, in which two of those on the losing side are walking away dejected and humiliated by their defeat. That dejection, that rejection, the humiliation of this man having a baby. If anybody does not know, Wendy's husband had a baby with his outside girlfriend, okay? Y'all, this is where the spirit of defeat comes in, and now she's being ruled by that. Okay, it's gotten a good foothold in her life, the Lord of Defeat, and that defeat began to move all through her life. We saw her lose her show. We saw her start struggling with her health. I'm just pointing out. I'm just pointing it out, y'all. Okay, that's all we're doing here. We're just pointing some things out. Okay, we see what happened with the Five of Swords. Y'all seen it, okay? And then this, I did say synced, okay? I did say synced. That's what we do over here, all right? We say synced, okay? Now, that by itself was like some serious, you know, that was some serious shit. And we also know that Venus is the planet of love. So you looked at her love life, all of a sudden this defeat on that Five of Swords energy was able to ride through and do its big one. You know, definitely not a positive for her, and it began to erode her life in many ways. Okay, we're moving over here to the Lord of Sorrow, Saturn and Libra, this Three of Swords. She allowed that Lord of Sorrow to get into her life, okay? Grief and sorrow associated with the Three of Swords, okay? Despite the fact that Libra being associated with justice, is at the height of its power and potential, it is still not free to float among the clouds as its airy intellectual self. Blocked. She's not able to get anywhere with this. Sorrow comes all through her life, okay? The swords in this yes, gruesome, okay? This is a very gruesome spirit that has come through her life. And what we're seeing is just, it's sad. It's sad, okay? But spiritually speaking, again, we just want to use this as a cautionary tale. You want to be prayerful, okay? You want to be prayerful. You want to be speaking up. You want to be praying. You want to be doing all of these things, because you know, for every action, the universe is all about polarity. So for every action, there's a reaction. For much of this that Wendy put out, we are seeing the other side of that. Okay, we are seeing the other side. There must be justice. Okay, there must be fairness. You know, this is all about the scales. We even see the scales just came through to us with that 3 of Swords. Y'all saw it again. So justice is a very big part of her life at this point. So we know that a lot of this, you know, you may not want to say it, but we see it. I mean, we see it with the energies themselves. There's a level of karma. Okay? There's a level of karma, y'all. So we see justice here, okay? Coming through to her. And then we look here on this 5 of Cups. Okay? The Lord of loss of pleasure. Well, there it is. The Lord of defeats. The Lord of sorrows. The Lord of loss of pleasure. We see all these things sitting in her life. Just sitting there. She looking at them. They looking at her. She looking at them. They looking at her. She looking at them. She looking at her. Spiritual work is very important. Okay? Again, I always end up bringing up Beyonce and Jay-Z in these situations. But we know that they are known for, this is the rumor, we don't know, allegedly, they are known for being artists that also practice in the occult or spirituality, however you want to look at it. And, you know, we see them consistently have wins of certain sorts, at least as far as business goes. Not to use them as a primary example, but they do seem to be an example of people that know how to use the metaphysical system or try to work the metaphysical system to their advantage. You have to think like that, okay? Wendy Williams, she's in this high space. She's doing all of this shit. You got to protect and cover yourself. And you cannot romance these spirits when they come into your life. When the Lord of Sorrow shows up, heartbreak, and she wants to sit up and drink all day, and oh my God, I'm so hurt. Do not indulge that. Okay? Start shaking it off your life. Get into prayer. Reach out to your friends for help. Go to AA. Do not sit and coddle these energies when they begin to flirt around your life. Because if you do, look at poor Wendy. Okay, those things have taken her lower than anyone who watched her rise as a dark high priestess could have ever possibly imagined. Okay. So I'm just pointing out in a situation, places where we can see the energies of tarot, because as obviously I am a tarot reader. Okay. High Priestess reversed. 3 of Swords. 5 of Cups. 5 of Swords. Wendy Williams. Take heed. Think of the 2 of Swords. Let me go ahead and look at that. Think of the 2 of Swords. You want to be praying to cover. Okay? When you get in certain spaces, certain parts of yourself really need to be covered. In this particular case, that dark high priestess, you know, this woman was a blogger. Any bloggers looking at this, cover your eyes. Cover your heart. Cover your mind, because that's what they're coming for. Because you're doing all this exposing. And when that blowback comes, Wendy is showing you that's what the spiritual blowback of that dark high priestess energy looks like. That's what it looks like. Okay? 3 of Swords, 5 of Swords, 5 of Cups. Okay? And we look at the 2 of Swords. What did I tell y'all? That's the type of protection you need to be looking to give. That 2 of Swords, what is she giving? Lord of Peace restored. Also moon in Libra. Y'all know I know my cards. No shade. I know my cards. I ain't had to look at the book. You feel me? Because I know my cards. You understand me? 8 years in. You understand me? Is it 8 years? 9 years in. Okay? Lord of Peace restored. Yeah. Moon in Libra. This is what you always want to be praying for. The restoration of your peace. Because if you don't, you're just waiting for the Lord of Swords. I'm sorry, the Lord of Sorrows. The Lord of Defeat. And the Lord of Loss of Pleasure to show up at your door and start stealing from you like fucking locusts. Even the Lord of the Rings probably gonna show up with his little ass. If y'all don't keep up your spiritual work, y'all gonna mess around and Frodo gonna be out there. Gollum, Sam, the Elvin. Everybody gonna be mad. And what you gonna do then? If you have enjoyed this dark feminine tarot tea, okay, this dark goddess tea, I invite you to come join us in the membership, which the link is below in the bio section. $4.99 a month. We build over there. You know, we do readings, we have fun, but we also do builds. Yeah, y'all, you know, prayers to Wendy Williams, protection of Wendy Williams. You know, I pray that she does get that Two of Swords, that prayers of peace restored to her life, okay? Lord of peace restored over her life, because, you know, this is very sad what we're seeing, this woman that actually is a pillar in entertainment. Like her, you know, love her or hate her, Wendy Williams is one of the best to ever do it. I actually do have that tagline on my page, the Wendy Williams of Tarot. Okay, because I already know I give tarot like a blogger. You know what I'm saying? So I got the utmost for Wendy. You know, hats off to her. She broke open a niche that created a whole genre. You know, but again, gotta protect yourself. So if you would like a personal reading from me, please go ahead and hit me up at dftarottea@gmail.com. Also, if you just want to share a little tea, dfteabox@gmail.com. If you want to join the membership, once again, look right under this video. Click on that. This video will be out and about for a smooth little 24 hours, and then it will become members only. It is out in the public for my members. We go on and threw it out in the open for a minute because this is the first, you know, our first installment of this type of build. So, you know, we just want to give everybody a chance to experience some of the different facets of the feminine and all the different ways that we do explore over here on this channel. So, yeah, y'all. See y'all in the next one.